So, professional. Dream League. Ooh, these ones should be good. Betboom had really strong drafts yesterday. And I'm just going to look at a few drafts. I don't have that much view, so I should be able to get through it pretty quick. Wow. Okay, fairly normal bans. Very popular in the meta right now. To be expected. I mean, like, Invoker, Nature's Prophet, it's been first picked before. Very likely to get first picked again. So just ban them out before they become a problem.
10 seconds remaining.
Shadow Demon banning out. I definitely think he's a strong player in this meta. Like before these, before the qualifiers even, I was like, not really a hero that's good in the meta right now. But with that demonic purge and demonic cleanse, they are very strong. And having that save in the disruption is huge in any draft.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, but because the Sven was not banned out, it got first pick this time. Kind of like what I was talking about yesterday. Like, Sven, huge player. He's going to be first picked quite a bit if he's not banned out in the first phase. Because he's grown in such popularity and shown so much strength just being able to get through the laning phase, farm extremely fast with his cleave, and be able to get to that mid phase and end it out usually.
5 seconds remaining.
OG answering with a Phoenix. A little bit interesting, but I get it. Sven is not a good egg killer. He doesn't hit very fast, but he hits hard. The egg doesn't care if you hit hard. You need to hit fast. So OG should be banning out something like the Snapfire. Or even Legion Commander. That would be a pretty good ban to get out of there, unless they're planning on picking it, which is always a
10
possibility.
seconds remaining.
Don't want to take that out of the realm of possibility for them.
5 seconds remaining.
But boom, they're banning out a very strong support hero in the Treant, along with a Beastmaster. Both of those have been seeing fairly high to moderate hit rate and a lot of success in both of them too. So
10 seconds remaining.
not necessarily in wins, but
5
in
seconds
impact when they
remaining.
are getting played. Okay. What's OG gonna ban out? I mean, there's a lot of options that they could ban out for this pick, honestly. Like, they could just say, oh, well, the egg is gonna likely die in the next couple of picks that they have on Bet Boom. Let's try banning out something else. And they are going to in the Grimstroke. Not a bad ban either. I mean, Grimstroke not good against the egg by any means, but with that Phantom's Embrace, he can stop the Phoenix from getting the egg off. OG going ahead and picking the Primal Beast. Very good pick, very solid, has been having a lot of picks in this tournament. And I mean, for fairly good reason. He can dish out a ton of magic damage with the Onslaught Trample, and Pulverize is just an incredible ability. And he's tanky enough that he can usually live through a lot of that burst that Sven tries to get out. Bet Boom, go ahead and go with the Bane. Interesting pick. We don't see him picked a whole lot.
10 seconds remaining.
5
seconds remaining.
I don't think he's particularly good against the two heroes that we see on OG. But he's not really bad either, so we'll just kind of see how it plays out. Like, he should do fine in lane with the Sven. Sven will still get his farm. Bane is usually a pretty good laner to just pair up with anybody with. And they picked the Mirana to pair up with it. That's a nice pairing to go with. You can Nightmare a hero, and Bane can still hit that hero when he's Nightmared. And then Mirana has a very solid setup for her arrow.
5 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
Ooh. OG picking the TA. I don't mind it. Bet Boom don't really have a whole lot of damage over time. I mean, you have the Enfeeble, and you have the Fiend's Grip. That's it. So, Templar Assassin, right now, looks pretty good. Granted, we still got 2 more picks that could completely counter that, but you have last pick. So, they're saving their carry for the last pick. They're going to get the Rubik as well. Rubik, honestly, looks okay in this draft. He likes to stay in the back lines and just kind of throw spells out, catch spells that, or steal spells that are getting thrown out by the enemy, and he should be able to stay far enough back that Sven can't get on top of him.
Storm Spirit.
But there's an excellent hero to go get that back line. Get the heroes that are trying to stay out of line of sight from the enemy and be able to counter initiate, which is what the Phoenix and Rubik are trying to do. I will say the Storm will do okay in lane against the TA, but there is that potential that TA with those split shots on her passive can just knock out Storm Spirit from the lane. And I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
Phoenix and Rubik, both of them together can easily gank a Storm Spirit until Storm hits 6. That boom. Oddly ban out the Puck, thinking maybe this TA could be flexed as the carry. I don't mind that. I mean, Puck would do very well against the Storm Spirit in lane and be able to counter initiate or even start the fights if they needed to with the coil.
5 seconds remaining.
So Bet Boom likely looking for their offlaner. OG more than likely looking for their carry, but again, they don't have to necessarily. If the cards play in the favor, that they could just have the Templar Assassin be the carry and go for a different mid hero. OG also banning out that Legion Commander. I was pretty sure that Legion Commander was a thought in their mind, just to give them that attack speed to take out the egg, be able to take out those refractions on Templar Assassin. Would be a pretty nice pick. Bet Boom, banning out the Faceless Void. I can respect that. And they pick up the Dawnbreaker. Okay. I mean, you have that Celestial Hammer to be able to get through the refractions, and you have that global presence with your ultimate to be able to save whoever is getting gone on by OG. And OG pick up the Slark for last pick. Not a bad hero to go in here. I don't know if Slark is going to be able to keep up pace with this Nightfall Sven, but hey, if they are able to get to that late game stage where Slark can tank up and be able to counter the Sven, they're going to do fantastic. But Bet Boom's draft is very early game heavy. And yes, Storm Spirit can get to a point where he is going to just kind of be able to run over the back line. But OG's front line is very, very tanky. Like, you've got Primal Beast. If you get to that late game, Slark with his Shadow Dance and Depth Shroud. You've got TA with her refractions. If they can get to that late game, they're going to be too tanky for any of the Bet Boom heroes to really be able to get through. But it's going to be so hard to get there. And then let's just...
Thank you.
I don't have time to really go through the whole thing, but yeah, Bet Boom. I mean, Sven looks like he crushed it. OG was not able to get to that late stage. 38 minutes, and it's done. Oh, there's no second game, is there? No, there is. Right? Oh. Hang on 1 second. It's showing I'm offline for some reason. Okay, so I obviously don't have internet issues because I'm still streaming. What is going on? Hmm. Just give me 1 second. I need to see if. Hmm. Well, that's fine. I mean, I'll see if I can get it later, but honestly, Bet Boom's drafts have been looking amazing, and I would not be surprised if they are able to get really far into the TI phases, but I'm not super encouraged at their past performances. Like, they have not been able to get to the final stages of tournaments very often at all. So they just need to clean up a lot of uh, their in-game portion and be able to get to those later parts of the tournament. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, of course. There could be a lot of struggle with the team, but hey, that game looked like an awesome one. Um, okay, so we're going to go back to the great houses of Calderia and just kind of continue our progress there and see what comes next. Hopefully, we can get the fortress up and running and get the next objective done. Like getting that war finished. Okay. And here we are. So, right now we're just trying to hoard all of our uh, resources so that we can get the fortress upgraded, which we just need a little bit more, just 5 more materials, which should be now. Beautiful. Alright, so to the keep and upgrade to a fortress. Okay, so you go in there, you go in there, just to increase the production on these two. That way we're way above the need, at least on food. The wine is what we were selling, so that's why we have quite a deficit there. And we're having the taxes or the wages be in wine for our one of these. I can't remember which one. But appeal for delegation of captain of refinement. Is that not what we're looking for? It is. Why would another house... Wait, no, that's us to another house. So Bice is on a trip to another place. Never mind. We are very good in relations, so try to persuade. Okay, they are countering. So let's see. They have 2 military and an intrigue. So we want our military and economy. Okay. And let me just see where... Okay, so military is on both sides. Where's their intrigue? Intrigue is over here. So we'll want both of our military units on this left side, and then our economist and our house family member on the right. So boom, 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 boom. Okay, ready. Holy cow, they crushed her. I guess she's not that diplomatically favored, but still, holy cow. They just destroyed her. I still want to keep this spot if I... Holy, did you see how fast they took her down? I need to get her all the way back up to full, if anything. But this left side, we should be able to take out this right side. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but we should be able to get it as well. Like, she just is not good at all. We'll see if we can get her like that. Go like that. Let our economist get back up, but it looks like we're just gonna lose this right side. Which, I mean, it's to be expected, kind of. Like, they just crushed Vice so many times. And yeah, our military guy is trying to get back up, but we got the endorsement. And I will gladly take that. And Vice isn't even coming back this time. So, this is it. I'm just going to let them take it, because our military guy is not going to be able to get that +1 intrigue. But I mean, she has very poor diplomatic skills, so I'm not surprised, really, by that. Okay, Venera is now middle-aged. Overseeing. One of the workers at Herdsman, a charismatic young man, has convinced all the workers that the well close to the working site is cursed. Let's try... No, because our economy is horrible. Well, this is likely to get us the best outcome, I think. Because even though our economy is poor, our military is okay, and our diplomacy is excellent. Yeah, throw them in. Okay, production -10, and austerity +10. The man protests and screams as he is being dragged to the well. As his last words, he screams to Linda Moore, "By the god of sea, you will die by drowning." Linda Moore is unmoved, but the workers are terrified, believing that the man actually had magical powers. Awkward. Okay. Okay. I just wanted that to be a 0. Oh, we're not even at our place. So we only have Venera and Vice out and about right now, which is fine. Need to get Vice's diplomacy back up. And getting the appeals by these different court members and the endorsement is going to be very helpful. So let's go ahead. We'll send Vice again. And honestly, I really just want to get the endorsement. The intrigue is nice, but it's not needed. Now, ambitious rules. Okay, Saturnal meets Innis in a tavern at in a tavern at. It looks like there's supposed to be another word there, but I don't know for sure. And they end up having a quarrel about the rules of the game of pearls after a round. How should he save his honor and avoid making the situation between the two families any worse? So, our military might is a 5 ahead of hers, as well as the diplomacy is. But our economy is equal, and our intrigue is so poor compared to hers. So, we're not doing intrigue, we're just going to be comparing diplomacy. Ooh, Innis swipes the game from the table, ranting angrily and swearing to make sure that everyone knows that Saturnal is a cheater. I mean, there was no way we were going to get the other two. Okay, we're almost at the next population goal. Alright, Vice has made it. Let's go ahead and use money, and boom, we got it. And quite a big increase to both of their opinions of the family. Okay. Keep is still very far from getting done, but we got that population growth, so we can move that person to the keep to increase the production of it. One thing I am getting kind of worried about for the later portions of this game, and it's like fairly far down the road, is the age and not having children. Alright, Bardot is gonna start getting ready to travel for the new rank. Vice, you can come over here and have an official visit with Valentina family. Mainly to try to get better relations with them, since our Saturnal had that abysmal game with them. Speaking of which, send Saturnal over here to just increase our relations with this family. Okay, they don't like us. They really don't like us. I'm trying to get a couple of these houses to basically hate us so much that we will go to war with each other. Okay. So, House Aginaldi wants to initiate trade with us, and they want us to sell 372 materials for 163 wine. I'm actually going to reject that, because what I'm going to do is, there was, yes, this one. So we had the vineyard wages be wine for a while, but now we're going to bring it back down to just having the crops like everybody else. And we're going to swap over one of the people from the vineyard to the winemakers. Well, you know what? No, it's too much of a deficit for it. So yeah, this will be like that. Let me just check. So I could do... I think I'll do this. No, I can't. Because it's half for each one. Not just half in total. I wish it was half in total. So this happiness is just +1. Do I have one that's extremely happy? Where I can do brisk? No. Not really here. They're just neutral here. I think we'll be okay. I could rearrange it so that the winemakers are at a brisk pace and then increase our vineyard to a brisk and increase their wage. But I think I'm going to be good for right now. Okay, life event. Gorka is preparing for a ride to run urgent errands with his wife, Linda. A couple of younger cavalrymen are displaying their skills in the courtyard and receiving applause from servants and courtiers alike. He feels suddenly old and thinks they are showing off to mock him. What's on your mind, dear? Linda asks. So we have the choice to show off to our lovely bride. We can greet them, or we can... we have no time to waste. So just kind of ignore it altogether. I don't think that's going to be a good option. I think our best option is to just show them something. It's a miracle, but Gorka performed the horseback maneuver he had barely done in his youth. People are cheering, but Linda is horrified. You should cool off. That was a really irrational thing to do. She's not wrong. I mostly did that to get this upgraded so we have better social conflicts. Trend setting. Okay, so she's meeting with the Valentina family, and none of these are gonna be super great, but I guess getting our economy up is going to be the best option for us, so we'll do that. Okay. So they gained 6 respect for us. We lost 5 respect for them, but we got a +5 for the visit. Okay, and Bardo is now departing for the Isle. I'm just going to keep it at... Or I guess it's going to stay fine. I thought it was going to go negative, but... Nope. It's going to stay basically even. I would have been fine with it going into a deficit for a while, though. We have plenty of surplus. We are at -1 happiness. Let me change up. Okay. Linda, I want you into the farmer's land, just so that it can keep up the happiness there. Okay, and Vice has gotten back, so I need to have poor relations with account. This one has pretty poor relations. Let's go ahead and send her to recruit a spy in there. Because it says that I need to win a war against account. Which it looks like it's 2 separate wars, but I don't know for sure. Sorry. Sneezing. Alright, he made it. Good. Okay. Oh, another life event. Aim goes over the fiefdom. Hang on a second. Yeah, you didn't need to hear that. Alright. Aim gazes over the fiefdom and feels empty. Oh, man. Allergies are just horrible right now. I don't know why. Can't even concentrate on daily matters. Who should Aim reach for help? Priestess or philosopher? Let's go for the priestess. Satisfied. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, I thought she was there. I was just waiting for the pop-up. Okay, so, through the eyes of a painter, Vice spends time in Stanthe and finds a small atelier located near Naya Catala's castle. The artist there welcomes Vice warmly. She notices an unfinished portrait of Naya on an easel. She realizes that this could be a perfect opportunity to recruit a spy with access to the Catala court. How should Vice proceed? Not with diplomacy. So we're going to persuade the artist. Vice tries to engage in a conversation with the artist about House Catala, but he dodges the topic politely at every turn. When Vice asks for any gossip about Catala, the artist voices his loyalty to House Catala and suggests Vice leave. Dissatisfied, but we got +5 for whatever reason. Just for the visit. Port market. Let's see. I don't really need any of that, so we'll just browse. Because we have a really good amount in storage of materials and basically everything. I'm just going to try to keep our wine production up And yeah, because we're still doing that trade, which is going to be going on for a while. So we need to make sure that our wine production is continuing. Alright. And here we go. Each house has done their best to prove their worthiness for their title they deserve. The Viceroy will now show their support in 3 varying degrees. Blah, 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 blah. So, just like before, we have 3 options of what we can go for. 2 of them are very appealing to us, just like before. This one is not. Them losing their spies doesn't really do a whole lot for us. These other 2, having increase in rank and gaining gold, very appealing to me, because that's a lot of gold to get. So let's go ahead. Okay, so they have their economists, military, and intrigue in 1 for each of them. So we'll be good to go with our economist and 2 military. Yep. And here we go. So, again, we don't want to go for this one. We want to go for these 2. Which is kind of nice to have multiple different kind of boards to go off of. And it's not just the same thing over and over again. So, let me just see. Okay, so they both have their economists in this area, and this person has their intrigue. So we'll want our economist in here, because they have their intrigue in here, which both of our military units will do beautifully at. So we'll send our military in like that. We'll have our main guy and economists go in. We'll try to take out... Yeah, we'll try to take out this person first, and then we'll move on to this person. Alright, and break! Okay, and they actually swapped and moved one of their people over here to kind of block us off. But we're doing really good. Our military guys are tier 3, so they should be able to crush it very easily. And this poor red guy has gotten sandwiched between ours and the other enemies. Okay, but this was honestly very good matchups for us. So we're just going to be able to get through both of these sides very quickly. And might even be able to snatch up this if we play our cards right. Because if we can get all 3, that'd be pretty nice. And I mean, these 2 opponents that we have did not really play this out very well. Okay, there we go. So they're both getting crushed, and I don't really have to do a whole lot. Yep. So we won all 3. Very nice. Okay. Boom. So we are the captain of refinement, getting 10% cheaper for profession upgrades. Not bad. Oh, and we got this, which gives all family members plus 10 attack skill and 20 more health. Very nice. We'll go ahead and go for this. That way when we're building in an area that has workers, those workers will be at max happiness during that build time. Alright. But basically this says, by the order of the Emperor beyond the sea, we are hereby given the title of whatever of refinement, Captain of Refinement. Very nice. Okay, Vice is almost back. Saturnal, I can't remember. Yeah, I just sent you there. So, oh. Death. Aim has died of seemingly natural causes at age 66. He will be missed by the family more. And that's kind of what I'm worried about. Like, they're all getting up there in age. Like, even our youngest one is 40-something now. I think Vanera... Oh, 37. But still, like, 37 isn't all that young. And all these other guys getting into their 60s. Mitigating circumstances. Vice is frustrated and needs to reorganize her routine or find a distraction to get in a better mood. How should she proceed to do this? Visit contacts, make a list, devise a plan on how to make things better, or go shoot some fruits with your trusty crossbow. Let's devise a plan. Dissatisfied, but we gained Sly as well. Unfortunate. Okay, we're almost done with the fortress upgrade. Bardot should be getting here fairly soon. Let's send Vice again to try and recruit a spy here. Let's go with Village Market. So we can get more crops, more livestock, or more wine. Let's go with wine. I got plenty of money now, so that we got that 1,000 gold from the ranked negotiation. Okay, fortress is done. So Tornell organizes a meeting with the intention of impressing Liar? I mean, that's almost spelled like the instrument. By showing off the Morse sense of fashion. Yeah, I could pull this off. Let's go with that. Shame. What? I thought having us with better stats would mean we'd have a better chance at winning some of these, but it does not seem so. Okay. Let's have you in here. Orca in here. And let's see if we can upgrade. Wait a second. Did that not get me to this? Interesting. I thought it would get me into this next tier for our settlement, but it does not seem to. Oh wait, no, I got this one. Okay, well, let me go back down to the winemakers then. Oh, maybe it's because I don't have these. Yeah, this one needs the aging tunes, and this one needs both the aging tunes and taverns. Let's go with this first, because that gives us a bonus in resources and decreases the amount of grapes that we need. And it doesn't take that long to go. Okay, so Tornell needs something to do. Let's have Saturnal join one of these spots. Here we go. How long until this trade? Still got quite a ways to go until this trade is done. Death. Saturno. Yep, I thought he was close to death. So was Bice, though, so a little bit surprised that he died first, but not unexpected. Dying at 63. Now I only have 5 family members left. Okay, household maid. So, I've had good success at being kind to them. I'm not sure how well this would do, but we'll give it a shot. Vice discovers that the maid's mother is sick, and she desperately needs money to help her. This makes her an easy target for bribery, and she promises to spy for more. Good. So let's go ahead. We're going to slow production in the farmers. Because the farmers is usually where most of the people are. So having that should be able to help. Okay. Your spy will begin to hire agitators to sow discord. The deed will most likely cost 150. That is perfectly fine. And then, whatever the case is, your spy has to lay low now until it's certain that House Katala doesn't suspect anything. Yep, that's perfectly fine. And she's been caught immediately. Oh, that's unfortunate. But that should get our relations with them down, hopefully. Pondering. After turning 57, Linda finds herself in deep thought more and more often. She strolls around the garden and thinks back upon her life. We can... Intrigue isn't bad. Let's go with... Well, we're trying to finish up this one, so we'll go with the family and friends. Enjoys having people around, and her company is a delight to others. Nice. Oh, I saw somebody coming our way. Likely somebody to talk about the spy we had. Okay. The wine maker has finished. What would it take to get this upgraded? Okay, we need a lot more metal ore and steel. And we just need a little bit in parchment, but otherwise everything else we have. So, wouldn't be a terrible idea to go for that. I do like the thought of having +1 safety. I don't know if that's just in a fortress or if that gives +1 safety all around, though. I imagine it's just in the fortress. Or in the keep. Well, fortress now. Changed its name. What do you need? Oh, you need parchment. Okay. Let's get... I'll move you to the smith. That will get our mines down lower, but we can go ahead and get this, which will increase our production by 50%. It's gonna take a good long while though. Move you to the miners, just to help finish up that project a smidgen faster. Okay, Vice is back. I shall send you... Not mean to do that one. Official visit. Vice. With you, sure. Sure, she doesn't have great relations with them, but let's try to fix that. Oh, wait, no, this is not it. Taught by Fate. Not Faith. Walking along a hallway, Vanera comes across an old manual lying on a windowsill. She takes a look and is inspired by the text to try some of its examples. Ooh, what should she pursue? Practice pole arms, write an inspiring speech, calculate some taxes, or practice writing in code. So I mean, each of these are kind of corresponding with each of these. The polearms with military, inspiring speech, likely with diplomacy, calculate taxes, economy, and writing in code entry. So it's a matter of which one do we want to upgrade for her. I would like to upgrade her military, right? Yeah, it will increase the production. So yep, got +1 in military. She got fortuned and confident from that. Yeah. We're gonna say we didn't do it. Throw them out. And boom. Yes. Okay. Military. Declare war to humiliate. Boom. Military. Raise an army. We're gonna go... Oh, drag a family member. Bardo. Click on the unit cards to add to the army. So I want everybody... Just everybody. So we got 6 units. And that's quite a bit of upkeep, but I am okay with it. I'm getting some of these different things figured out for the later portion anyways. So let's raise our army. What? It's not letting me click and drag, so we're gonna go like this. Not there. This. Does that not work? No. Official visit. Okay. We are going to speak vaguely, and that will get our opinion up. Asked to become an ally. Floral or tear. Oh, village market. Let's go for the wine. Thank you. And I'm gonna switch around some of this. We don't need the food as much. We do need somebody as a smith. We don't have a ton of horses, but we shouldn't need all that many. And these other ones do not have that much in deficit. The food is fine to be in deficit that much. And yep, they're going all the way over here. Vice, I'm gonna have you. Oh man. We'll go ahead and send her to get some support from one of these other houses. Because it looks like there's other houses that are becoming a little bit more irritated with us because we started that war. But not by much. Okay. So Vice got there. House Morph demands that House Tyera joins their war campaign. House Tyera promises to join the war campaign. Woo. Cool. And our army is almost there. And it was really good to get them into this war because they're also a count. Kind of helps legitimize our war with them. Okay, Vice has returned. Diplomacy will take you there as well. Oh! Both of our armies meet. Bardot Morph's army of 7 leads an army of 12 units and prepare to clash. Bardot's army is underpowered, but there may be a chance of victory. Charge! Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a very similar thing to how the social conflicts go, where we have different boards that we can bring up and conquer. He does have quite a few in this. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It looks like spears, maybe. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. So we have pole axer. Well, I mean, we want everybody in there, of course. I'm not gonna just leave them out. But we do have a horse unit. I just don't know what they're considering as better than the others. Our best guy is this guy, and I just have to hope that they do not have anybody better than this guy. Otherwise, we'll just automatically lose. Oh, it says there. So this is an infantry, good against pikemen. This is cavalry. Okay, so I have 2 cavalry units. It does not look like there is anything good or bad about them. I don't know. But it looks like it goes from left to right. I don't know. But I think all we'll have to do is win 2 of these objectives, and we will win outright. I'm not sure. There's no turning back now. Start military conflict. So yeah. Let me see. Units that win the battlefield become faster. No attack change to House Katala's cavalry unit. Okay. To the winner, defense bonus to units. Okay. And then in flanking, the winner, defense bonus to units. Okay, so these 2 give defense bonuses. This one gives a speed bonus, which I don't know if that will increase our attack as well. We will have to see. So we're going to send, see, they're tier 2s. They're all tier 2s that he has. So our tier 3 is going to have to really pull his weight. Because we have a bunch of tier 1s. Like 3 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s, and a tier 3. So, let me just see. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have the best chance as cavalry unit in this spot. This guy is good against everything, but so will our other swordsmen. So, we'll send you in there. You 3 in here, and then you're just gonna kind of be in the back wings to help take up this area, as well as you're just gonna try to hold this spot the best you can. They'll only have one way to attack unless they take these other spots. So if we can just have him hold this one spot until we can win one of these others, that would be amazing. But we're gonna give it our best shot. Let's go. Here, up in here. Okay, our guy is holding out. He has a ton of health, and these guys are just the infantry. Okay, I'll first let's have you come over here. Look off this side. We did actually hold out, so we'll have him going in fight. Nice. Each Barto. Just crushing it. Man, I was not expecting him to be able to hold out like that, but he didn't just hold out. He destroyed. Have you come over here? Help out. Yeah. What? Bardo, you're the man. Oh. And boom. What? Like, we killed their entire army. And we still lived with our two better men. You got new tradition. Everyone paid equally. When upgrading buildings... Oh, this is the tradition. Yeah. I can't do this one for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and do this. Every military unit morale is increased by 10. Rank, power, delegations locked. Family members get proud trait. Yeah, I'd rather have this right now. Or try to get it anyways. Life event. Linda Morph is preparing for a ride to run urgent errands with her husband Gorka. A couple of younger cavalrymen are displaying... Oh man, so this is like the same thing that happened with Gorka, but now it's happening with Linda? Let's go with, I should greet them. And we got 10 or 11 respect. Bardot and war negotiations. So I can do stopped by army. I don't really want to attack him again because my army is significantly weaker than his now. So we'll have Bardot travel back home, heal up, get more troops, and then we'll go out and attack again. Let's look at the stopped by army. Army led by Bardot stops Katala on the road. Bardot does not let her pass unless Anna explains her mission. Anna has the right to pass under the banner of Parley. Join negotiations. And our guy is now traveling back home to heal and replenish. They do have an army that's following us, but hopefully we can get some more support from Floral soon. Pretty sure I had Vice go there, but I'm not sure. She could be going to Katala, and I just misunderstood that message. Oh, they're attacking this other count. Or are they? It looks like they are. Peace negotiations. Okay. Vice enters the court of the House Katala under a banner of Parley. House Morph has been victorious in humiliation war and has now come to claim their right to negotiate the peace terms with the Katala family. The law of war dictates that the Katala family must oblige, and thus negotiations for peace ensue. Yeah, begin negotiations. Vice is the greatest. I am okay with losing spies, so we're gonna go for these two. We get 6. Okay. Not bad. They got 6 as well, so we're gonna want all of our good guys. So there's 5. I don't want intrigue at all. Intrigue would just be a losing battle for me, because he's not good against anybody that they have and is only neutral against their intrigue and economy. So I would like to have another economy so that we can take out their military a little bit faster. Let's go. So 1 military and an intrigue over there. Intrigue, military there. Economy, and military. So I want my diplomat over here to fight their economist. And I want... Because I want military units in here and here. So... yeah, I can do this. And then we'll bring you and you there, you there, and Vice is going to help secure their open point there. Which she might not even do that. Get your strength back. We'll have you go into another point over here. That way you can hopefully win a battle. Oh, we're kind of losing out on these two, which are the ones I wanted more. Vice, I need you to move over here. Oh, we actually are winning them. Never mind. Okay, so we got the loose spies. Let's get these other 2 secured, which should be easy enough. Yep. Got that left one. And this right one is getting done now. Boom. Beautiful. And Vice has returned. Win a title war against a count. Now, I'm going to guess it doesn't mean this. Well, it does. Relation must be less than 85. Okay. We can do that. I can't recruit a spy. Let's recruit a spy somewhere else. Let's go up here to this baron. We'll have her recruit a spy, and I think I still have spies in here. Yeah, so we'll slow production in the farms, and then arson, building, and the keep. Alright, your spy will try to hire some lowlives to sabotage the keep. If they succeed, one of the upgrades built in keep will be burned down, and will have to be repaired. Such a dangerous action will cost 400 gold in total, half before, half after the deed has been done. Well, we have 0% chance of this actually working, so we're gonna kind of hold off on that. Okay, I don't have anything right now to do that. Oh, what? So they have 0% chance of getting that one done as well. So both of those spies look like they were kind of used up. Now, why is your happiness going up with me? I declared war and won favorably. Okay, let's go into the view because we are able to build something else. And let's build the crenellations to get the archer. That will help us out in the war as well. Aww. Life event. Bardot is taking his daily walk around the keep. While resting in a garden, a pure white cat comes out of the bushes, stretches, and approaches Bardot. On a closer look, its eyes are white too. Could this be a bad omen? How should he greet this little creature? Let's go ahead and try and pet it. Okay, the creature comes and licks Bardot's hand. It doesn't feel tame, but it likes attention. Maybe it wasn't a bad omen after all. Curious. Nice. Okay, so since the war is done and our troops are back home, we do not have that deficit anymore in these areas. I'm still gonna try to get our steel back up. So we're gonna keep the person in there and the extra person in our mine as well. Another death. Oh, Gorka dying at 65. I really need more people or this house is just dead. Be kind. Okay, we got the spy, and we didn't even have to pay any money for her. Nice. We'll slow production in the vineyard. So, do we have the spies with you? No. Okay, so they must have caught them and done things to them. Come on, man. There's a 0% chance of us getting this done. And worst of all, I don't get those spies back, apparently. Okay. Bardot. Sending you to recruit a spy. I really doubt this is gonna work because we literally just sent you to attack them, but for whatever reason, they're liking us. Don't know. I don't know why. I really don't. Oh, they like the genius and skeptic. But I don't know. We literally just had a war with you. And you're actually getting to a point where you like us again? I don't know. It looks like our relations with this house are deteriorating. Let's see if we can try to help that out at all. Because apparently, for whatever reason, we don't like each other. Household maid? I won't use military. We got her. Intrigue. Sure. %. Give it your best shot. Nope. Man, like, just hate us. I get you love that we're learned. Come on. Okay. So we're gonna try to use her intrigue or military. Looks like we just got military. And boom. Safety for each has increased, and we got better opinions of each other. Man, I'm not getting any more people. A distant relative. Someone is at the castle door requesting an audience. They are turned away, but as they keep on insisting, Linda Morph comes to see what the commotion is about. Although their travel-weary face is unfamiliar, their sigil and coat of arms suggest that they are a member of House Morph. Sophie. A distant relative has traveled to Calderia from the Empire's lands and wants to live at a Conte. Yes. Welcome. Tell us the news about the old land. Helia? Helia? Helia. Okay, cool. So, I guess that's one way to get more people. She has really good intrigue, not so much diplomacy or economy. Let's try to change that before we have you here. Let's have you do an official visit here with them, just to increase our relations with them. Because before I was misunderstanding these. I thought it was that the left side was what it currently was, and the right side is what it is going to be. But no, that is wrong. The left side is for us to them, and the right side is for them to us. If I'm understanding it now. Okay, so Vanera finds a message in a bottle, and we're going to have her read it. And she becomes confident. Nice. Man, this countess is really liking us now. I don't appreciate that, really. It's so weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I thought that their relations to us would be so poor because of the war, but no, it's just not. Official visit. Yep, she got there. We'll have you speak open. Oh, -5, but a +5 for the visit. So it evened out at least. Slackers. While overseeing farmers, Linda has observed many harmful habits among the workers. Many days end with unfinished labor, and wares are handled poorly. She thinks these unnecessary losses could be avoided and something must be done. Which one are you in? Farmers? Yeah, we won't pay for half days. So, okay, plus 5% for the food, but plus 5 austerity. Okay, the fortress upgrade is almost done. Oh, Bardot is back. You're going into the... I'll have you go into the farm. That actually increases us to the higher production so that we're not in a deficit anymore. Let me see. So I'm looking here right now. So let me go here. I don't want to allow selling, but we are interested in buying. And then down here, the crafters, interested in buying, not selling. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Because I can't do the horses quite yet. I would need to get that building for the herdsman done. So hopefully we'll be getting more trade coming through. Okay. So now we got the archer. We won't get any more units this way. So let's just look through the different upgrades here again. Wine is fine. Ooh, I could get catapults. Costs so much steel though. Oh, let's look real quick. Yes. Go with pasture. That way we can get the horses going. And I'll just do an interested in buying for that, not exactly put anybody in there. Yeah, a wedding. But not for us. I guess it wants us to click this first. Being accused. How dare you accuse us of something we obviously did? Okay, so our opinion of each other went down again. That's what I want. Okay, and yep, we'll send Vice to go ahead and do that wedding. And Helia is unmarried. So let's go ahead. I don't like that you're the one option that we get. I would rather us have a few different options between. Like, is there nobody else? There's like no other options. And I don't see a way to change it. I mean, sure. If we can somehow take the Parlante boy away from his home. But I do not have high hopes. Oh, another wedding! Oh, Naya. Okay. She's the one that we've been having a lot of communications with about. Or no, that's not the Naya. There's a different Naya. Oh. Okay, we're almost to the next level of population. Man, Vanera is still on that trade. I wonder how many days she has left of it. I guess I can kind of tell. Oh, that might be it. She might be done now. Oh, another death. Vice. Another distant relative. Someone is at the castle door requesting an audience. They are turned away. But Bardot realizes who they are. It's a Keiko. Okay. Oh, a bad omen. Helia has arrived at Navar Gamo to court. Wait, that's not. Oh no, it is Parlante. Yeah. I'm like, that's not the city that they're at, but it was. Okay. So we can make a favorable interpretation, appeal to logic, or assure that the omen is not about her. Let's go to appealing to logic. Okay, plus 15% for courtship, and plus 5 for the visit. Did I not? Right, because the person that we were sending fell down a flight of stairs. Okay. Family member to get married. Yes. I'll send you. I mean, at the moment, we don't have anybody in our city, but they can handle it themselves. Our production is not horrible in any regard, and yeah. But we really need to be getting more people. This should be the last trip for Vanera to do her trade with. So we'll have her go into one of the different working spots. More than likely the farmers. Yep, okay. So farmers increase their happiness. It looks like, yeah, by 2 stages. They were at -1 and now they're at +1. Nice. A date at a theater. Nice. Alright. So, we can mock, we can praise, or we can try to get them to say what they think. So, I think mocking is going to be the best one, because their intrigue and politics are quite a bit higher. Like, the politics is over double ours, and their intrigue is up by 3 to ours. So let's do military since we're even there, and boom, wow, lots of stuff. We got the courtship, we got respect on both sides, and infatuation on both sides. So us and House Parlante are gonna be friends. Yay! It's kind of funny with how earlier they were sending spies our way, and All that fun stuff. Okay. Oh, it's time again for the ranks. So we'll have him journey as soon as he gets back. Oh, looks like somebody's coming to our house. What you doing? Somebody from Katala is in our midst. Dinner at sunset. Alright. So our stats are better in intrigue and diplomacy, but we are lower in economy and military. Not by a ton, but enough. So let's try to get intrigue. And boom. Romance is in the air for the two. Greetings in a letter. Receives a letter from a friend for help with a problem Mako is embarrassed about. Find out what interests they have. Write a letter to show how they can do that. Or have them come. We'll write the letter to show how they can meet in secret. And boom, respect on both sides. Nice. Okay, our herdsmen are finished with that upgrade, and now a bunch of things have opened up. Or I guess not a bunch, but a couple more things have opened up for them. I don't really need more slots or a bigger city at the moment. Having more production wouldn't be bad, and we get an increased effort level as well if we wanted to. I don't really need to upgrade either of those. What do you offer? +1 slots in the mine, or +1 slots and a bigger city size. Don't really need either of those. +1 slots or +10%. No. Vineyard and farmers are really where I need it the most. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one. We'll get 10% resources and another city size. Man, like what is this? Our relations are now in the positive for us to them, and they're getting very close for them to us. Come on, man. Okay, Bardo. Okay, he's coming back for a moment, and then he'll move on out. Yep, there he goes. Going to the Isle. Oh, family can marry. Okay. Suggest a marriage between the two. Yep. Wait, that was all the way down here? What? Huh, it should have been up here. I don't know. It might have been a mistake. Okay. Alright, so Linda is back after her trips. Let's have you go. Let's see your stats. 14 to the 12 of Venera. That should increase production a ever so small smidge. Or safety, sorry. It's the military that increases production. But still, that will increase just by a smidge. I have you go into the vineyard. And let me see. So our production of wine is not to the point where I can increase their wages. Let me just see. That wage is just so high. It's 1.5 for each of these guys. I'm gonna move you there to help decrease some of that deficit loss. I guess those are the same word. And we'll take you as well. And I don't really need the smith anymore, so we'll do that. Efficiency is now 20 of 20. Good. Their efficiency is 26 of 50. Let's go like that. 24 of 55, so that made it even worse. Okay. So now that I have them out of the steelworks, let's go ahead and throw you two into some of these other places, like that. And now that we are at 2.8, they can go like this. At least for a while. And then we'll intensify the work. Don't want to do that. I still want to keep them happy. So yeah, we'll do this. A date at the theater. Keiko is having his time with Kiki. Very nice. So again, our diplomacy and intrigue are better than hers. Intrigue by quite a bit, so let's go with this. Oh, that was a bad time. Okay, Keiko tries to push Kiki to describe her feelings about the way how actors portrayed the different classes, but this makes her just close up, creating more tension between them. They stay silent the rest of the second half and leave from the theater quietly. Keiko returns home the following day as there seems to be no common ground for the two anymore. Oh. I'm sorry, guy. That's unfortunate. Okay. Linda, pondering after she has turned 61. Okay. She strolls around the garden and thinks back upon her life. Family and friends. Arrival at the Isle. All right. And a marriage proposal. The cost for the wedding would be small wedding. we're gonna try to convince him to become part of our house. And of course, we're gonna be bringing the best. Over the best. Around. Okay. So, just making sure I don't want to take any of these other guys. Honestly, yeah, she's just better. Like, she has more health. She has a better difference between the attack and damage. Or the attack and defense, sorry, not damage. Um, and yeah, I want the economist there because he's really good too. He's just got a little bit less attack, but he has the ability to go in twice, just like this military unit. Yeah, let's go. Oh, there's only one board. Beautiful. So, okay, so not good there. This one's good. Gonna have you stay on the right then. Not good. Okay, so I'm gonna send in. Actually, we'll send her down the middle. Our economist to the right, and our military to the left. Have you joined the fray? Oh, they took her out, man. But luckily, our units are superior to theirs. So she can heal up, while our other guys are able to dish out the hurt. I guess it doesn't work when they still have somebody in there. Alright. Completely surrounded. He has no chance. And boom. We got it! Alright, so he will join our house when we have arranged population growth. Nice. And then, well, I guess she needs to be back. Oh, there we are. Yep. And that is like nothing compared to what we already have in storage. Okay. But now our food is back to a decent amount, and we can start getting horses going for us. Which, what do the horses? Is it just... Okay, so the wages are hides or livestock. But that is perfectly fine. Our livestock production is very good. And I'm kind of just getting more horses to prepare for the next war. I think I am going to stop it here, though. So let's go ahead and save. I'm not going to finish streaming, though. I'm going to go back to Dota 2, see if we can get some more of those drafts done. Get the other Bet Boom versus OG draft done. But we were able to progress quite a bit, and now I know that... Oh, of course, I should update. Let's see if we can do it without updating them. So, Dreamweave, this, LG, view. But we were able to get quite a bit done in the great houses of Calderia. Getting our fortress up, getting a few other buildings up, and completing that humiliation war. I would like it if we could get another war with that, either the same countess or another count completed for, what was it, the title? But unfortunately they were just too happy with us at that point. We need to get it down to, I think it was 85 or less. But alright, game 2, Betboom versus OG. Betboom had an amazing draft and it worked out very well for them. OG didn't have a terrible draft, but I did not feel like their draft was as well planned out, and it didn't have enough.
10 seconds remaining.
So the 3 heroes that I usually try to think of that are going to be moving around, making plays, getting objectives done are usually the 2 supports, and more than likely the offlaner, but sometimes the mid laner. OG's draft had the offlaner as a primal beast, which is gonna be doing okay, but the supports were a phoenix and shoot, what was it? Phoenix and something else. But on the other side, Betboom had a Sven, which doesn't need a lot of farm to get going. And they had both of their supports, which once they hit level 6, are going to love moving around and getting plays done. So we're just going to have to see how they do in this draft, because first draft, oddly enough, their Betboom are going to ban out the gyrocopter. The gyrocopter wasn't even touched last game, so kind of interesting to see that. OG gonna go ahead and ban out the Sven. They're like, we don't want to deal with that again, and I don't blame them. Sven is a tough cookie to crack right now.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. But the other bans, I agree with. Again, all meta heroes that are just as likely to be first picked as they would be to be picked in any other stage of the game. OG picking that Treant Protector first, and then Betboom picking the Shadow Demon. Both very strong supports. Shadow Demon could technically go to either support position, whether it's going to be in the off lane or safe lane. Treant Protector, more than likely going to be your safe lane support. I will say I do like Shadow Demon more in this case, just seeing the support. Shadow Demon has that demonic purge, so that if Treant tries to throw that living armor onto a hero, Shadow Demon can just throw his demonic purge onto that hero and cancel out and dispel that living armor. And he has his shadow poison that he can throw out into the trees, giving vision and being able to scout out the Treant. I mean, those aren't the only things but those are two big things versus a Treant Protector. Like, Treant, mostly picked for his early game ability to pressure out the offlane, being able to rotate in that early game, and then his living armor towards the mid and late game. Granted, that living armor is more for buildings, but it still helps out quite a bit in battles too. So I do actually agree with this Treant pick for the first pick, mainly because,
5 seconds.
I mean, they didn't see the Shadow Demon first of all, but it's a good pick because it's a lane dominator and it's very flexible into most drafts that any of the teams are going to be picking right now in this meta. And whatever carry they decide to pick with the Treant, he should be able to extend the game out a little bit longer so that the carry can have a good time in lane, because again, lane dominator, and have enough time to hopefully get those late game items so that they don't have to worry about getting too pressured by the enemy team, because they'll still have those towers up a little bit longer, hopefully. Now, Betboom, they pick the Dark Willow after banning out the Vengeful Spirit, and then OG banned out the Coddle and TA. So I don't mind the Dark Willow. It's coming back into popularity. I've always thought of it as a really good hero. But I think one of the big things that kind of helped her in this last patch was her Bedlam. Being able to throw that onto an allied hero is really big, because it kind of felt bad having her with the Bedlam around her when she's getting jumped, because she's so squishy. But if you're able to throw that onto one of the tanky heroes that you have on your team and just be on the back line still, like she likes to do, then that's so good for her. Okay, OG, I see your Warlock.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't like it, though. And they pick Earth Spirit. This Earth Spirit likely to be the mid hero. Betboom picking the Legion right after seeing the Warlock Earth Spirit. I like it. Legion can purge off the fatal bonds that Warlock throws out, and Warlocks recently have been going with the fatal bonds first, not even going for that Shadow Word, which I still feel like is, I don't know, a stronger play, but in this case it could potentially be a game changer, because if you're throwing that fatal bonds out, you're hoping it to first go onto the Legion Commander if you're using it on the creep wave, and second, being able to deal the damage when you're hitting the other creeps that are connected. Legion Commander can purge that off so that all you're doing is pushing the wave. Does not feel good as a support if you're pushing the wave. The carry doesn't like it either. Like, it's only really accepted right now because of the damage that gets done to the enemy heroes. But if you're not damaging the other or the enemy at all, it just feels horrible, and you're just pushing the lane that much faster. And Legion Commander should be able to tank the creeps under tower fairly well. So I definitely like the Legion Commander here. Now, I'm not sure if this Warlock is going to be 4 or 5. They could put the Warlock in the off lane. I would rather see the Treant with a Phantom Assassin, but we'll have to see what they pick in the off lane for OG. Bet Boom, kind of realizing that it's going to be the off laner to get picked last for OG, and they ban out 2 great offlaners in the Beastmaster and the Darkseer. Darkseer, I don't think would actually be all that good here.
5 seconds.
Mainly because, like, Dark Willow has a couple of spells that are pretty good against the Darkseer's Surge, and Shadow Demon has that Demonic Purge to be able to stop the Surge, as well as an Ion Shell. So, I wouldn't really like to see Darkseer here. It's still a good hero, don't get me wrong, and it would be fantastic with a Phantom Assassin. I just don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
But OG, realizing that Bet Boom are going to be wanting their carry, they ban out the Bloodseeker and Ursa and pick up Magnus. Now, this is kind of going back in time a little bit, but Phantom Assassin Magnus lineups used to be very common because of the empower that Magnus can give the PA, letting PA not necessarily have to go that Battle Fury build. And she can just go into a Desolator or go straight into BKB, but still be able to farm and fight. So I really like the Magnus pick here. I don't agree with the supports that OG has. I think they're a little bit too slow to really ramp up. But yeah, I think Bet Boom has a little bit of better drafting for their position 2 through 5. We'll have to see what Bet Boom is going to pick for their carry, but Bet Boom has a very fast draft right now. They have the Earthshaker, who is going to completely smash the Earth Spirit in lane. You've got the Legion Commander, who's going to match up completely fine in her lane, and is going to do very well against both of the supports that OG picked for themselves. And now you've got Terrorblade, who has a ton of base armor, but honestly, I haven't seen him win all that well against a Phantom Assassin. It's odd. Like, he has all of this armor, he has the reflection as well to help counter the PA just a smidgen more. But I don't know. It feels like, okay, if Bet Boom are to win this game, they need to be able to take down towers. If OG are going to win this game, they need to get to that late game and get to it a little bit early. It's going to be kind of hard because they're not favored in their lanes, but it's still possible. So I'm holding out hope for OG, but not a ton, because Bet Boom have drafted to win lanes. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to stop right here. Okay, so it's towards the end of the lane phase. Let's see where we're at. Magnus doing really well for himself. The Empower is going to be not on free cam, so it's just focused over here. Let's... Okay. I just wanted to be able to see heroes. But I mean, Bet Boom, they're doing okay too. They're not completely shut out of the water. Terrorblade kind of is. Like, I'm a little bit surprised at how well this Magnus is doing up against the Terrorblade. Like, Magnus, level 7. at 9 minutes. Terrorblade, not even level 6. He got kind of smashed. He's 1-1-1. Magnus is 1-0-1 and has 1,000 gold up on the Terrorblade. Don't really like seeing that. I mean, the Legion Commander I expected to do very well in lane. It's a little awkward seeing this, but I think 2 of these are illusions. Yeah. I think this one's the real one. These 2 are just illusions. But it's just the weird replay. The PA kind of getting a little bit behind on net worth. Let's check last hits real quick. Yeah. 56 and 11 for the Magnus. Oddly enough, the mid is even. I really thought that the Earthshaker would be able to get more denies than this. And the Earth Spirit somehow keeping up with the denies as well. I wonder if he got ganked a few times. Earth Spirit only has 1 kill, but 3 assists and 1 death. Earthshaker doesn't have any kills yet, but he does have that 1 death. So Earth Spirit definitely able, or is definitely moving around and getting more stuff done. Okay, let's move a little bit farther. Play so that we can get things going. Okay, Terrorblade. He's back in the game, getting his groove on. PA, 5k behind him. Not exactly where you want to see a PA, but like I said, she's not going to Battle Fury. She's going the Desolator build. She doesn't have BKB yet, oddly enough. A little bit surprised by that. She's 8-3 and 9. Not bad. Where's Terrorblade at? He is 5-3 and 2. Not bad. And it looks like right now OG are in this top lane. And Bet Boom are just kind of backing up their Terrorblade. So Magnus fell behind quite a bit. He really lost a lot of his momentum. And this Legion Commander, 112 dual damage. It's not terrible. At least she's getting dual damage. She's 4-7 and 7, while Magnus is 2-1 and 12. And somehow the Legion Commander has more net worth than him. Earthshaker got really behind somehow. Like, I wonder if the duo supports on OG were able to hinder his progression. Okay, let's skip to the end now. Okay, Terrorblade, still highest net worth. PA, 700 or 7,000 behind. But she has Rapier. She's a very scary hero right now. Like, she has 600 plus damage. Holy cow, she's gonna slaughter any of the supports that she finds. Terrorblade. He's even got... Or no, that's the Demon Seal. I thought that was Metamorphosis for a second. He's got 350 damage as a Silver Edge. Going for the Swift Blink. At this stage of the game, it's 60 minutes. PA is going to be a menace. And she doesn't even have Empower on right now. Wow. How much does that give? 40%? He didn't even go the Empower talent at level 25. Man. Okay, let's just play it out from here. So, OG gonna be able to get Roche, and of course this is at least the third Roche, if not even more. Or it has to be like the fourth, maybe fifth Roche. They have 3 cheeses. So it's at least the fourth Roche, if not even more than that. Okay, don't know how they have vision up there. It might be a replay glitch. But this PA is starting to get out of control. Like, I was hoping that Bet Boom's lineup would be fast enough, but they're 19k behind, even with the Terrorblade leading in the net worth. Easy towered up. They're glyphing just to keep this Rax alive, but that's not gonna happen. Oh. Oh no. Okay, he got his Terror Wave off, but he didn't get anything out of it. Buyback. Duel onto the Earth Spirit, but he's a tanky boy. 6k. Not gonna get the duel win, but gonna get that kill. Buys back immediately, getting that Legion kill. Earthshaker died as well. Fought back immediately on those two. We lost another set of racks. Only 1 set left. Boy, was Iron here. 2 rapiers on this Phantom Assassin. Why did you pop that? Why did you pop that? Oh, dude. Nightfall, you can't be doing that. Like, the Phantom Assassin wasn't even trying to get onto you, and you popped your Satanic? He has it now, so it wasn't... They didn't punish him for it. Phantom Assassin gonna get this quickly. Oh my word, all of those daggers. There's another skewer. Easy kill onto the Legion. That's a dieback. Oh my word. But I mean, this is kind of showing the strength of the Phantom Assassin with Magnus. Like, look at all these creeps now. Like, there's no chance. This... Oh, that was a good Echo Slam. Getting the PA down half, but she has the second life. And that's 3 diebacks. GG's called. Holy cow. But I mean, yeah, again, shows the power of a Phantom Assassin Magnus lineup. Dang, what a good last pick for OG. Man, I wasn't even thinking Magnus. Magnus has not been seen hardly at all this patch. But yeah, really good pick. I do also want to see this, the Shopify versus Liquid drafts. Man, I thought that Legion was going to be able to do very well against, and I mean, she did do very well against the Phantom Assassin, but I thought Earthshaker was going to do very well against the Earth Spirit. But wow, was I wrong there. BZM on his Earth Spirit just was doing work against the Earthshaker. Granted, there weren't that many kills, but he was able to get 1 kill and 3 assists at that 9-minute mark. Earthshaker only had 1 assist to his name. So, yeah. Okay, But let's kind of get past that. So it was a 1-1 for those 2 games. OG getting 1 game, and Betboom getting the other game.
10 seconds remaining.
Now it's time for Shopify Rebellion
Remaining.
against Team Liquid. Shopify Rebellion, the main hope for our North American squads. And they have been looking okay. They haven't been super outperforming, but they haven't been blown out of the water either. So, they're looking okay. Let's see. So, both sides banning out fairly normal heroes again. Treant, Protector, Doom, Invoker, and Templar Assassin. Okay, that's a little bit odd. Wouldn't expect that getting picked at in the first phase. But gonna go ahead and ban it out. Especially since Shopify only have 1 ban in the second phase. Liquid banning out the Dawnbreaker and Pangolier so far. So most of them, fairly normal bans. I can get behind this. And they're banning the Gyrocopter. Again, very normal ban. Expect to see it quite a few times. Liquid, they pick the Brewmaster, and then Shopify answer with a Sven. Okay. In the series that we saw with Betboom and OG, they were banning out or picking these heroes too. So, like, this is why we see them banned so many times in the first phase. Because they get picked in the first phase.
Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Shadow Demon.
Okay, so Liquid banning out the support heroes of Warlock and Grimstroke, and Shopify banning out the Razor. Definitely a good hero to ban out. Razor can ruin a day for a Sven, both in lane and kind of in the mid game as well.
I speak for the
Shopify pick the Shadow Demon. More than likely going to get paired up with the Sven, but not necessarily. Liquid, they pick the Nature's Prophet. A little bit surprised it wasn't banned out earlier, but I mean, I'm okay with that as well. Like, there's a lot of different heroes that they kind of need to be banning out before it really gets to this pick phase, and you're not going to get all of them banned out. A lot of them are going to slip through. I mean, like, before, we were seeing Earthshakers banned out, but now they're kind of just slipping through the entire draft at points. So, let's see. What is a good hero to go with these two? Jakiro. Not terrible. He gives a lot of that attack speed reduction in 2 of his spells. One being the Fire Breath, and the other one being the Liquid Burn.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm pretty sure it's called Liquid Burn anyways. It's his E, the right click ability. So both of those pretty good against a Sven who doesn't get a whole lot of right click attack speed items. I don't think Jakiro is quite as good at rotating. More than likely, he's going to be getting Ice Path leveled up early, so that will help. Shopify, go ahead and pick the Beastmaster now. Definitely agree with that. He can clear the trees that Nature's Prophet sprouts up, and he's a very solid laner. They also picked the Hoodwink. Again, pretty good hero to go against the Nature's Prophet. He can use the Bushwhack if Nature's Prophet sprouts himself, and he can use Scurry if Nature's Prophet goes for him. Not bad. They don't quite have anything to deal with the Brewmaster split, though. Sven can deal with them in the way that once Brewmaster has already used his split, Sven can take them out fairly quickly. But I'm talking about not even allowing him to get the brew split off. Like, yes, you have Roar, yes, you have Bushwhack, but I don't know if they last long enough to be able to take him out before he's able to get the brew split off, is the issue. Like, Brewmaster, tanky boy. I would have liked to see somebody who has a fairly decent silence duration in their spells. So whether that is Silencer with his global, whether that's I had it in my head, Skywrath Mage, but both of those heroes don't exactly do well against a Nature's Prophet Jakiro, so not exactly good in that sense. I would have to keep thinking if I was gonna go with somebody else. But Team Liquid, they picked the Kunkka. I mean, not a bad pick. It's a solid mid laner to have picked right now and can do very well in lane. Team Liquid banning out the Earth Spirit, who would do very good in the lane as well. Tanky Boy has very good stat gain, so just ban it out so that their Kunkka has a better time and doesn't have to worry about an Earth Spirit. Shopify banning out the Slark. Slark has been a very common pick to go against the Sven. I don't know if Slark would have been a super good pick for Liquid to actually take, but it wouldn't have been bad. Phantom Assassin, I like. Sven doesn't always like to go that MKB, so Phantom Assassin can kind of abuse that with her blur, so Sven will have a harder time, one, locking her down, because PA more than likely going to get a BKB fairly early, and two, being able to right-click her because of the blur. PA can also use the break in her Fan of Knives when she gets the shard to kind of take down the strength that comes from that cleave. So that helps out there. Shopify ending off with a Timbersaw. We saw him picked a lot during the qualifiers, but not since then, really. So, kind of excited to see how well it does, both in the lane phase as well as that mid phase. After that, Phantom Assassin will just kind of run them over. So, it's a mid Timbersaw going up against a Kunkka, and yeah, I like it. Timbersaw able to cut the trees that Nature's Prophet thrives on, and should do very well in this matchup. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams deal with each other. Because early on, Shopify are going to have to be getting Quelling Blades, especially on the support and Sven. And Liquid, they're going to have to deal with all of the pressure that the Beastmaster, Hoodwink, Timbersaw are going to be bringing. Interesting. I like it. I like both sides, but in their own way. Okay. So let's kind of skip a little bit, see where we're at. Okay, so we're just at 4 minutes here. So not terribly far into the game. Okay, we're missing a few heroes on the map. There. Okay. So, let's see. Beastmaster doing very well in his lane up here. PA not getting shut out of the water, though. Just 100 behind the Beastmaster. Sven, oddly enough... Well, I mean, he's not getting completely shut out either. Like, the Brewmaster is doing just a smidgen worse at this 4 minutes. So still very early. Sven has that comeback potential with his cleave, and Arteezy is just such a good farmer. So he knows the pathing, he knows the strats to get the farm very efficiently. Looks like they're going on the Brewmaster right now. See how this goes. He has a stun. He was trying to let the illusions tank the tower, but just not quite there. Okay, so unsuccessful kill, but that's okay. Let's see last hits. Timbersaw getting quite a few denies over the Kunkka, and the Kunkka is having to tank the wave a little bit, which Kunkka doesn't really like to do. He likes to have the creep waves meet and use his Tidebringer to push back the enemy hero. Timbersaw loves going into the enemy line, pushing them back, and just tanking, letting his creeps do whatever they want to. And we are seeing 2 points in reactive armor, which is very nice. And having Whirling Death decrease the stats from the enemy, that's very good. Like, Kunkka relies on his strength to be able to deal a lot of damage with that Tidebringer. So, having those stats lost, very nice. Okay, but let's skip ahead again. Let's see where we're at here. This looks like a very short game. Interesting. Okay, so we're at 17 minutes, kind of past that laning phase. Let's see where we're at. Kunkka getting left behind. I think he's just trying to rotate and gank a lot more, which, as you see here, he's right in the middle of a few different OG, or sorry, there's no OG here. Some Shopify Rebellion heroes. And he's going to go down. All he has is a Blade Mail and Phase Boots to his name. Brewmaster has that Hand of Midas and is almost to the Sacred Relic to get that Radiance. So he's not doing too bad. PA has that Battle Fury and is halfway through her BKB. Or almost halfway. Not quite. Let's see. Ooh. Timbersaw has an Aegis. That's nice. And he has a Vanguard and Kaya. That's very powerful. Let's see. Sven has that Mask of Madness. Echo Saber going into that BKB next. And he's going to get a kill here onto this poor Kunkka. Going to get left behind even farther in this game. And then let's see. Beastmaster has the Helm of the Overlord and Arcane Boots. You don't see Arcane Boots a whole lot, but it's not super uncommon. Just helps you get that little bit of mana to be able to throw out more axes, be able to spawn more of your summons, kind of thing. Okay. So, Shopify Rebellion kind of ramping up their game a little bit. Granted, with the Radiance and Battle Fury on the two Liquid heroes, they'll be able to increase their farm game by quite a bit. But, yeah, we'll just have to see where they're at right here. So, 29 minutes into the game, PA, she is now on top of net worth, and then it goes the 3 Shopify cores, and then the other 2 cores on Liquid, who are falling behind even more, even after this Brewmaster got the Radiance and has the Hand of Midas. Looks like they're trying to gank this Timber Saw, and they're going to get this kill very quickly with that Macropyre. Like, it's a Aghanim Scepter Macropyre too, so this guy is not getting out of there. Yeah. Just going to go down on this Timber Saw. Rest of Shopify pushing this top. And I mean, they're not slouching on objectives either. Like, they've already got... Oh... hindering Arteezy from hitting this tower a little bit. But they've already got the tier 2 in the bottom and are trying to get this tier 2 in the top lane. Shopify going to back out, not going to take a fight with their Timber Saw down. But I mean, both sides, they're evening out. One side is not getting super blown out of the water. So I'm kind of imagining, since Liquid are at least keeping pace on their Phantom Assassin, they're going to be able to do to win this game. And this is only at 30 minutes right now. So let's skip ahead, because it's not that much longer until it's just over. And boom. Yep. Oddly enough, PA was able to get to that late stage early enough. And Brewmaster Kunkka, they got back into the game, got the items that they need. Kunkka has his Ags with the Shiva's BKB now. And it's 39 minutes. Brewmaster got an AC and an Octarine. Let's see, Jakiro. Wow, it looks like he has his Refresher Orb on the way. So yeah, Liquid able to finish out this game. I mean, I really did like this Timber Saw pick, but the Sven is just not able to match up with the PA. I say that as he's smashing her to bits. Look at all this damage. PA already using her BKB too. But now Sven up in the air, now on the ground, but in trees, just getting surrounded, and he's going to get taken out. Not even able to pop his Satanic, and that's GG for Shopify. Going up against Megas now, with your Sven already down and out. Yeah, kind of saw that coming. Okay, I didn't see that coming at the draft, but I saw that coming later on. I don't want to see Game 2 quite yet. I don't want to see their post-draft. I want to see all the way through the draft. Yeah, I was kind of worried about the PA pick towards the end because Shopify didn't really have anything to go up against the PA at that point. And I mean, the Timbersaw wasn't going up against the PA in lane. Timbersaw was going up against the Kunkka, which I mean, props to Timbersaw. He was able to not just win the lane, but the Kunkka was shut down for quite a while. Okay, but second draft. Let's see if Shopify can bring it back and tie up this series.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, Liquid banning out the Brewmaster this time. Not going to want to let that through. Even though they had it last game. But
10 seconds
Shopify are picking first this time, so I get it.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. But otherwise, fairly normal band. Kind of what we've been seeing for a while. Ooh, Avenge ban. Don't mind that either.
10 seconds
It's
remaining.
also interesting that we aren't seeing any more of the Underlord picks. I think it'd be very strong against a Phantom Assassin, but it's just not getting picked up at all. I would kind of like to see that getting brought back into the meta a little bit, because
10 seconds remaining.
like the Spens, the PAs,
5
they
seconds
love having
remaining.
high base damage and just damage in general. But like Sven especially loves having high base damage and just being able to coast through the lane, get into the jungle, and just kind of get his items very early. Okay, Liquid taking the advantage to pick up the Gyrocopter to go against the Sven. I don't mind it. Gyrocopter has pretty fast farm. He has that flak cannon to help him out in lane and harass out the enemy offlaner. And if you got a good pairing to go with your Gyrocopter,
10 seconds remaining.
you can go into the jungle fairly early and
5 seconds
just blast through
remaining.
creep camps like they're nothing. He won't have the IO to go with him, that's a classic, but you can still pair him up with something very nice. And at least he won't have something like a PA or something that goes farther into the late game, since Shopify already have this Sven picked for their carry. What is Shopify planning to ban next? It's kind of an interesting situation, because lately it's been you either pick your carry first or last. So likely they're going to pick their mid hero last here for each team, but don't necessarily need to. They could potentially have the offlaner picked last. You would like to keep your mid laner secret if you're on Shopify until that last pick. But Liquid also kind of want to do that. So you could technically pick your mid lane hero on Shopify at this pick, right before the last ban phase. Okay, and that's what they're at least going to try to do. Liquid picking up the Warlock to go with Gyrocopter, and Shopify Rebellion picking up the Dawnbreaker Tusk.
Remaining.
Two very hard hitters
5
who
seconds
love running
remaining.
at you. Tusk especially. Warlock does not like being run at whatsoever. So I really like this duo in lane. I mean, it is a little bit awkward because if Warlock can get in a very good position and be in trees that Tusk, or, well, yeah, basically Tusk, can't get vision of him very easily. He can slow them for quite a while. Now, Tusk will be able to snowball and hit the Warlock, stopping that upheaval, if that doesn't happen. So if he doesn't get the pristine position. So, I mean, I love the Tusk pick here. And I mean, we haven't been seeing a whole lot of Tusk either. So, props to Shopify for bringing this out. They will want a ranged hero that has some pretty good spells, I would imagine. Otherwise, they're just going to have 4...
Legion Commander.
Ooh. Legion. I don't mind it. It's kind of odd to see it here, but it's a solid laner. And I mean, you don't see the support on Shopify Rebellion that's going to go up against the Legion. So they'll be able to counteract the duo that Liquid pick for their offlane, which is very nice for them. Like, they already see the safe lane duo and have honestly very wisely countered it, while Liquid are now having to show their offlane duo in the Legion Commander and Dark Willow, and now Shopify can counter it with their safe lane support if they can think of something that will do very well here. But like, man, I love this duo so much. Like, Dawnbreaker can close the gap a little bit onto the gyrocopter with her hammer. Tusk can close the gap with his snowball. It's just such a nice pairing. We're just gonna have to see what build this Warlock goes. But I like it. Because the Warlock could technically just go for Fatal Bond and Shadow Word and not even really use the upheaval at all. Could still skill it up for later in the game, of course, but mostly focus on trying to sustain the gyrocopter in lane. Okay, Shopify Rebellion picking Earth Spirit, more than likely going to be the mid lane. But they're 5 melee strength heroes. That's a very scary thing, because Liquid have their mid lane for the last pick, and there's a good amount of heroes that could just counter it. A little bit surprised that Shopify aren't banning out the Timber Saw at this point. The Whirling Death would just be a huge impact on these heroes. But man, I had a hero in mind to go up against this. Oh, Undying. Undying would be a really good hero to help get the Sven that early advantage in the lane. And, I mean, getting that base damage away from Legion Commander is very nice. And he can do very well against Dark Willow as well. Oh, sorry. No. Just an ad. Well, not an ad, a spam phone call. Shopify picking the TA. I don't mind it. TA has a lot of armor reduction that she can provide. And, like, Shopify, again, all strength heroes. They don't get a ton of armor just from their Ooh. Interesting. Not bad. It's just interesting. Like, my pick with the Undying would have been 5 straight melee heroes that are strength, which is kind of scary in thought, but I thought would do pretty well here. Shopify picking the Shadow Demon, who I think is a better pick. He's able to harass out the Legion Commander and Dark Willow a little bit at least with the poison. He's able to save the Sven and whoever gets dueled. But Liquid, right away they pick the Lone Druid, which is a very fast-paced hero, and the bear is going to be kind of a problem for Shopify in that mid to late game. He's just going to be able to push, and it can be hard to find the actual hero while the bear is just farming. I will say that Shopify have really good ways to get onto the back line of Liquid. Like, they can roll onto the Lone Druid and get him out of position. They can use Snowball to get themselves into position. They have Solar Guardian, which is global. Gotta love global abilities. What in the world? He's got a Beast Coast icon there. But I mean, I do not mind either of these two lineups a ton. I would have liked maybe a different mid laner for Shopify. Not person, sorry. Mid lane hero, put it that way. I love Abed. He's a really good mid laner. Like, I do like the Earth Spirit here, though. Because they have a lot of counter initiation options on Shopify Rebellion. Like, Sven will be able to farm and get to his stage of the game fairly early. And, I mean, his team is just fight, fight, fight. Which Sven loves to do.
You can't improve until you make mistakes with a charming personality. You're a beautiful person with a charming personality.
So Sven could technically initiate fights. And then you have Solar Guardian to bring in your Dawnbreaker. You have the Rolling Boulder to bring in your Earth Spirit. And you have the Snowball to bring in your Tusk. And Tusk could bring in other heroes. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's skip, see where we're at. Okay, 6 minutes into the game, just let it go for a little bit so that some of that replay bug will go away. Okay, Shadow Demon is here. Earth Spirit is getting gone on. I wonder, I think this bear is going to catch him. Yep, the bear caught his roll, but he at least has the space now to get away from the bear. Oh, he's already got a Diffusal Blade. Yeah, Lone Druid crushed it in lane. He's quite a bit ahead of the Earth Spirit, and I kind of expected that. Lone Druid just does very good against melee heroes in the mid lane. Let's see how Tusk is doing. He's 1, 1, and 2, so not terrible at this point. Lone Druid, 0, 0, 0. Warlock, 0, 0, 0. So, who has the kills so far? Boxy on the Dark Willow. Okay. So he must have ganked the Dawnbreaker Tusk lane a couple of times. Because Dawnbreaker has one of those deaths. Tusk has the other one. But, I mean, Shopify, they have the kill advantage, at least right now. Sven doing very well in his lane. Gyrocopter and Dawnbreaker doing okay in their lanes, not getting shut out. This Shadow Demon is very poor, though. What do you have on your courier? Where is your courier? Oh, it's right here behind the tower. Just a smoke and a ward. So he's just very poor, which is kind of odd. He has a kill and an assist. I wonder if he's just using his gold to get a ton of wards out and letting the Tusk kind of take the lead in net worth for the supports. But this Lone Druid, this is 6 minutes, starting to get out of control. Let's just see how this fight goes out.
Let's see what kind of trouble
Okay,
we
kicking
can
back.
get ourselves into.
The bear has a roll up in 5 seconds, so he'll be fine.
Structures at
For
45.
the Shadow Demon instead. Brambles. Disruption. Okay. Able to get away from them. And the Tusk is here. Trying to get the kill onto the bear. Oh, ha! He re-summoned before they could get the kill. It was very close, though. But they were all able to survive. That's all you can expect. Let's skip again. Okay, 15 minutes into the game. Sven, top net worth, to be expected. He has Echo Saber, Mask of Madness. And depending on which one he goes, he's already got enough for the Ogre Axe and then some for BKB. Gyro, not going to be too outdone by the Sven. Has a Chrysalis and is halfway through his Ags. Lone Druid falling behind a little bit, but has the Diffusal Blade. Looks like Echo Saber is coming. He's got the Quarter Staff at least. That's Warlock's Courier. Yeah, has the Quarter Staff done for the bear. So Echo Saber is almost done. Legion has Blade Mail, almost has Blink Dagger. It's going to be very nice timing for it. Dawnbreaker, bring in her, or going for Axe Shard. Kind of interesting. Not bad, just interesting. Already has Blade Mail up on her. Earth Spirit has that Blade Mail. Going for Midas, definitely needs to have the Midas here, as he got kind of shut out in lane. But both offlaners are kind of, I won't say suffering, they're just falling behind. The Warlock, oddly enough, already has a Solar Crest and is going to go for a Midas as well. What did you have on your courier? Yeah. So Warlock kind of doing well with himself in the net worth. Okay. So yeah, it's really just the support difference that is really getting that net worth advantage. Let's go ahead, skip again. Oh. Looks like I just missed a team fight. So it's 23 minutes into the game. It's 15 to 27. Shopify is leading in score right now and net worth. But at this moment, they have 3 heroes dead. They were able to kill the Gyrocopter, though. So, yeah, we'll see. So Sven has that BKB and Blink Dagger, and has enough for a Chrysalis, basically. Earth Spirit has a Soul Booster, going for that Octarine, and has a Kaya Sange. So he's going to be able to pump out a ton of damage. Dawnbreaker has a Heaven's Halberd. Not bad against a gyrocopter. Let's just let it play out a little bit so some of those replay glitches are gone. Lone Druid's Bear has not gotten any new items, really. Like, it's been, what, 6-7 minutes at least? And he still just has Echo Saber with Diffusal Blade. What have you been doing, that guy? He only has 2 deaths to his name as well. He is not farming as fast as I think he should. Gyro has Ags, Chrysalis going for that BKB, almost there. Legion has that Blink Dagger, but was basically there last we saw. She does have that Ogre Axe, so at least she's progressing. But we'll just have to see, because towers are almost even. Shopify just have this tier 1 in the bottom, and Liquid have the tier 1 in their top lane, as far as tier 1s go. Okay. Well, let's just play this out. This will be the last one that I watch. I'm not going to go through any more of the drafts. This is just the team that I wanted to watch. Shopify Rebellion. The Shopify Rebellion. Okay. Somehow, the 2 supports on Liquid have not gotten hardly anything in net worth. Like, it looks like Fly and Crit are just able to do a ton more than Boxy and Insania.
What have we here?
Blink Dagger with a Solar Crest onto Tusk. That's huge. Oh no. Okay, the bear at least saw the Tusk. Duel! Why? What? Your Lone Druid was out and safe. Legion dead. Warlock to follow. Solar Guardian used. Dark Willow dead as well. Sven going gangbusters with the Earth Spirit and Dawnbreaker. They're going to be able to kill this gyrocopter next. Oh man, team wipe, and that's going to be GG, right? I'll not yet. I still have a little bit of time. So it might be the next team fight. But I mean, that duel was abysmal. What? I get you're trying to lock down whoever he dueled, but it obviously did not matter. Like, Sven already had his God Strength popped and was chunking down the Legion commander just before she got her duel off. And you do not deal enough damage to really get anything off of these heroes.
Got it.
I do think this Dark Willow pick should have been something else. Like, they saw 3 tanky boys on Shopify Rebellion. Dark Willow doesn't really deal with tanky boys. She has a lot more magic damage, and tanky boys just soak that up. I get you're trying to have a hero that works well with your Warlock and Legion Commander. Dark Willow isn't exactly that, though. Duel, but there's the counter. Tusk jumping in to save the life of the Earth Spirit. He's not dead yet. Is he going to die at all? He's gonna live. Oh no, he barely died from the flak cannon. But, I mean, you're losing everybody on Liquid again. Shopify able to get the tie 1-1. GG. Oh my word. Like, what happened to this lone druid? He was so far ahead in the laning phase. But then right after the laning phase finished, he just stopped progressing. Like, what is this? Like 10 minutes after we saw him with the Echo Saber Diffusal Blade. Well, even longer than that. How much? Or no, not 10 minutes, I guess. It was 4 minutes. He got the Skull Basher in that time. So not terrible there, but this Lone Druid just looked like a bad pick. Like, I don't think it was a bad pick. I think it was a pretty good pick, but oh my. Let's see the graph. Okay, yeah, it started out in Liquid's favor, but then fell off. Must have been losing too many of their core's lives. Like Mickey, 7 deaths. Zai, 10 deaths. And all he has is 48 dual damage to his name. Didn't even get the BKB. Ugh. Well, let's kind of theory craft. What could Liquid have picked after they had seen the Dawnbreaker Tusk? So right after seeing that, they picked Legion Commander and Dark Willow. Dark Willow, I definitely think should have been a different hero. Let's see. Oddly enough, I think they would have done very well if they had a Weaver. This is going to sound weird, but a Weaver as a position 4, since the Dark Willow was at least doing fairly decently in the lane against the Shadow Demon Sven, I think the Weaver able to out-harass what the Shadow Demon was able to pump out, and he would be able to do quite a bit of damage to a Sven too. Get a quick earn into a Spirit Vessel, and then get your Ags to be able to save your teammate's life. As long as you're able to get there, I think would have been a very strong pick. It's just a matter of getting there, of course, which can be very hard to do against a lineup like what Shopify had. So they saw Sven, they saw Tusk, and they saw Dawnbreaker. A Spirit Vessel picker would have been fantastic. Let's see what other heroes they could have picked. Because they didn't pick anybody super tanky. They picked they picked a very squishy hero on the side of the Dark Willow. Very squishy, not a tanky hero whatsoever. They had already picked their safe lane support. I'm trying to think, because it's kind of a tough way to go, because you don't see the hard support on the side of Shopify at that point. You could go Clockwork, giving you that control, the vision, and being able to initiate fights while also being able to tank a lot of the initiation from the enemy. Nyx? I don't know. Would have been kind of hard, kind of a greedy hero. Doesn't help you out a ton in lane. Would have been very awkward, so no, not Nyx. I already know that Aya was banned. That would have been a decent pick, because you would be able to save your gyrocopter, would have been able to get around the map a lot more, but again, banned. Liquid doesn't really like picking Hoodwink a lot, so that's not really on the table. Dazzle? Help you with duels, at least not to give away any dual damage. Doesn't have the damage that you're really looking for though, and doesn't pair up good with a Warlock. Techies wouldn't have been bad. Once you hit that level 6, you're going to be placing mines all around the map to scout, and even though they're very tanky on the side of Shopify at this point, it gives you that magic resistance reduction that would be able to help the gyrocopter out with his spells, as well as helping out your team if you were to go the way of having a mid laner that's going more magic. Granted, they went Lone Druid, which again I thought was fine, but just got shut out somehow. Trying to think, because they banned out Phoenix. Phoenix would have been very good. Like Phoenix, where are you? You're a universal hero now. Phoenix with Sunray and the Fire Spirits would have been very nice for them. But again, banned out. So, I mean, I really think they should have had somebody with a Vessel. Which a lot of heroes can get Vessel as a support, of course. Like, I don't know. Clockwork, I think, would have been a better pick. You could potentially say Snapfire. Not a bad Vessel picker. And can help win duels as well. With the Mortimer's Kisses and the Little Shredder. Not exactly in the meta right now, though. Marcy? Good pairing to go up with the Legion Commander or the Gyrocopter. Would pair up very well with the Warlock as well. Because you already have the Warlock who's going to be able to slow, and Marcy can help start initiations. But I also have to think they didn't see the support to go up against the Legion Commander. And they also didn't see the mid laner, but that's beside the point. I do think Marcy would have been okay. I mean, you have that sidekick that can help you heal up your ally, and it does quite a bit of damage bonus as well, so that's kind of nice. 48 at level 4. That's not bad. And considering it's permanent instead of having a duration, I wouldn't mind it. But I don't know if Boxy is a Marcy player. But man, Marcy or Clockwork. Yeah, that would be my choice. Shopify? Good job in that second round, though. Able to get the 1-1. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you back here on... What day is it today? Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday. So I'll see you back here on Thursday, where we will continue gaming. Bye, guy.